We are back for episode 3 of Ready to Love. The couples are mingling. Okay. Some people are appearing to be a little bit desperate for a phone call and a text me back. All right. So we're going to get into it all from a therapist perspective right about now. But first, I am Denise Brady. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist who loves reality TV, relationship, and a whole lot of mess. Okay? If you are new here, you don't get the real deal, straight shooter, no chaser. We get into it over here, and I keep it very raw from a therapist perspective. But you also gonna learn some things, okay? So let's get into it now. Finally, everybody is all together. All the couples, well, not couples, y'all, because even though some people are claiming some people, they ain't no couple, all right? All the castings, all the people are together at the comedy club and they're mingling and, Tay is attracted to Naeem. Okay? I told y'all in the first episode that I recapped that there is something about him that even though he is openly saying, I got 5 kids, 3 baby mamas, and a partridge in a pear tree, women don't run. They think about it for a second. You got 5 kids? Okay, well, maybe we could talk about it. No, run. Why would you, if you come in on this show for marriage, long-term relationship, why fool with the bullshit? Okay? Why do you want to insert yourself into this type of dynamic? It's not going to get you nowhere. Okay? When the signs are there, ladies, look at them. Okay? Use them as information. Knowledge is power. But she says, okay, well, I'm still going to sit here and have my drink. Okay? And then we see Sahara walk in with her baby bopperettes. This girl has a lot of personality. And I told y'all once again, she was kept for ratings. Now, do I think she's really going to find a long-term partner on here? No, girl, she's not. But, there's a TV show. Will Packers. It's entertainment. Okay, so we got to keep some people. But she walks in, I'm just like, okay. Like one of y'all said in my comments on the last one, where the stylist at? Can we have a rack of clothes that the people pull from? There's one part of me that's like, okay, we get to see who they really are, their real personalities, how they really dress, all that. But then I'm like, we're on a TV show. Okay. Production, can we get wardrobe, hair, makeup? Can we? Okay. And let's get into Mr. Bayang. Wayne. All right. Wayne to me is a F-boy. He's not here to really find love, no long-term relationships. And we see throughout this episode him just be passive and kind of a hotep. But I just don't see why you're here because what are you really doing? What you really doing? You're wasting people's time. You're a time waster. But people fall for is it the bangs that people fall for? I don't know when's the last time I saw somebody with locks that small and they were kind of just like creeping on your face. All right. But to me, it's all smoke and mirrors. And the ladies say, I gave him my number. Oh, you did too? Oh, wait a minute. I did too. And he never followed up. It's because he's not interested. When a person is interested in you, their intentions, they will put time in general, not just relationships, romantic wise, friendships. People pour time and energy into what they want. If he really wants you, he will, girl. Now, you probably sitting here gaslighting yourself like maybe something I said. Why he not text me back? Maybe he busy. Well, maybe he doing this. And it could be all those things. But when you're first pursuing someone, pay attention to how much effort they're putting into getting to know you, asking you questions, following up on phone call conversations. Even when you have these conversations over the phone, are they remembering stuff and bringing it up in the future? Oh, yeah, I remember when you said your mom was going through this and that. How is she doing? I remember when you said you had this big work project you were working on. How'd it go? Wow, he remembered that I said that my mom was kind of sick. He remembered that I said I had this big work project that I was nervous about. Intentions, active listening. Okay, because y'all be listening, but not actively. Okay, sometimes you're listening only to say your points, only to be heard. Okay, you want to be heard, but you're not paying attention and focusing and pointing to the other person. But people are so caught up in, I just want a person. I just don't want to be lonely. I don't want to show up to the wedding empty-handed again with no +1. That, you know what? I'll ignore the signs that he's not responding. Because Wayne is not here for love. He's just here to be here. And I'm like, how do these type of men keep getting casted? And I know the answer already is that well-to-do men who have shit to lose are not going to go on this type of show. But even with that, I'm like, there has to be men out there who really want love. And I guess these dating shows make it hard because we on season, 10? Even on Love is Blind, we on season, 8? Can you really find love in 2025 on a TV show? So I'm starting to think like, okay, that is part of it too. Why we get this. Not saying that these people, I'm not saying that, but only on these different reality shows we get the bottom of the barrel people at times, because the well-to-do established business owners, entrepreneurs, CEOs, CFOs, CEOs, C-suite people are probably not on here. They're probably on Raya. Okay, I guess they're not going to go on a TV show. So I'm like, I guess we're going to get what we're going to get. Now, I also said how I want the firefighters to meet Cam and, is it Dion? I'm going to call her D. Okay, because I don't want to get your name wrong. Sorry, girl. I really thought, okay, y'all both firefighters. Y'all both put your lives on the risk. It's something here. Right? Right? I was wrong. Okay? Sometimes men's careers become their personalities. And do I think that Cam is probably, this whole TV thing is probably making him anxious, a little bit nervous? I do. But I also wonder, for most people, when they find out he's a firefighter, you ain't got to tell me no more. You a fighter? I cannot speak today. You fight fires? You save lives? That's enough for me to drop these panties. So maybe in the past, he has not had to have a personality to match his career. I think there's a lot of people who, when you find out about their career, they don't really gotta do nothing else. They ain't gotta say nothing else. They ain't gotta put no effort. Oh, you run a company. You got multiple businesses. Oh, okay, that's enough for me. But for D, it was not. Okay, she is a woman to me that is confident, secure in who she is. Now, he said she didn't have to be rude about not being interested in him. Was it rude, or was it like, I'm not feeling you, so what we doing here? I didn't get very rude. I got that I'm not interested in you and I'm confident in who I am and what I want, and it's not you. She could have been rude and said, like, I'm not interested, bye. But I feel like it was more, sometimes I wonder if men can handle women who are very confident in the way they communicate and that they're very direct. Okay, now he's very passive. And so I wonder if he's used to being with a woman who knows who she is, who has very direct communication. And her standards are like, I'm not about to date somebody in the fire, business. Okay. I train, my rank is up here, and it sounds like his might be down here because he's new in the game. Based off of the things he was saying, she automatically knew, oh, you ain't been a firefighter for too long. You new around here, baby boy. I be training people. And what do I look like training people and having this high rank and dating somebody who just got here is what it gave. So I was like, damn, like, I thought y'all had something. But 'tis life. Y'all really don't. Now let's get to the dates. Okay. Now, Wayne, I talked about him a little bit already. Him and Angie, I guess, spoke at the comedy thing. Like I said, Wayne, you ain't here for nothing. Now, the first date, Khalil and Tay really vibe out. Okay. I could see something there. It was a nice little date. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like the dates went very fast. We're not getting, I feel like in the past, it might just be me, but I feel like the dates were richer, longer. We spent more time. Now it's like, okay, do a group date, do a scene. get a little bit, and move on to the next date. I'm like, damn, these dates are kind of quick. Like, why aren't y'all focusing so much on them? And this time they did 3 dates. It could have been that, trying to fit 3 dates into one episode. I think we have to figure out what we want to do to prioritize the show. How do we want, where do we want the focus to be? Is it on the mingling in the beginning, those 2 episodes that are not needed? Chop that up. Okay. The comedy scene, the clay date, and the cocktails. Oh, and the skating date. Okay. I think there were just too many different dates, and we can probably do something where we focus more on 2 larger dates. I don't know what it would be. Maybe an amusement park, a museum, something more where we get more detail and get to see the couples interact, the people interact, because these dates were just like, dang, already on to the next. Okay. Now, Tay and Cam, when they're having this conversation, I was concerned about the fall in line comment. Okay. Cam said, yeah, you can do your thing when you're out, out, but when you come home, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, and you need to do what you're supposed to do and fall in line. I wish they had talked about that a little bit more, and maybe they did and we didn't see it. Okay? Because what you mean fall in line? Are you following traditional husband and wife roles that we've seen in the past? Would you see growing up in your own father and mother relationship? Or did you not see that? Because I'm like, fall in line. Can we talk about that a little bit more? Like, don't skip to the next people. Come on. What you mean fall in line? It's 2025. Women don't need to fall in line no more. But Cam really doesn't have a personality. There's not a lot going on with him. There's not a lot of personality with him, okay? So that was the main thing about the clay date. Once again, I think that you guys got to figure out, y'all trying to fit too many dates in the episode. Maybe have one thing, another mingling thing where everyone's together. The comedy club was kind of dry. But let me know your thoughts of how they could have done something bigger where we could have just saw everyone get to know each other. Our 2 dates and have more, half the people in one, half the other people in the other. But it was just too fast. Okay. Now, I also want to talk about this whole text thing between Naeem and Keisha. Why is Keisha so, to me, desperate for this man to text her back? This is to me a sign of ignoring the red flags because I like you. And once again, what is he doing back? Giving you a double tap, a thumbs up. And his focus on why did it go green instead of blue? He's focusing on the wrong things. He's not that interested. But for some reason, she's still stuck on you not texting me. And we're going to see in the next episode also, like, why are you so interested in a man who clearly is not that into you? Got 5 kids, so he's probably busy with his business and trying to, be a father to his kids. Does he really have time for a relationship? But it just kind of feels like, at this skating date, why you keep bringing that up? Okay. Now, Shanice in her outfit with Hassan, girl, the titty was about to pop out. Okay. I get that you have a great body and all that, but we skating. Can we skate without the titties popping out? It was too much. And once again, I feel like she's leading with her body. And we're going to talk about the whole, emotional release she had later. But I'm just like, it's too much. And allow, there's a part of me that's like, wear what you want to wear. But because I don't want to have women feel like they have to cover up and be more conservative. But the other part of me is like, was that an appropriate outfit for skating? Were you really comfortable being able to skate in that type of outfit? But I just don't know. Okay. And another date. Too many dates. We get to the cocktail date and Coley and Angie say that they've been married together. Been married before. Did I miss that they were married? Did they mention that in the cocktail hour? They really didn't. It seems like Angie comes from a very controlling relationship, and she said that she wasn't allowed to do anything outside of her husband. And it's interesting because Eddie says, did you want to have any hobbies? Did you want to do anything on your own? So I wonder about that relationship and how at times people really do marry out of stability, not for love. And how many people are in marriages where they married the person out of stability and don't want to be with them anymore? Or have divorced realizing I was never in love with you. I just needed some stability. We see that more in Navy relationships, military, things like that. But it's a good conversation to have about marrying for stability. And does love come after that? Can you fall in love with somebody and be more focused on what they can provide you, what you need in that time of your life? And now she's in a season where she's wanting love and relationships, but the therapist in me is like, I hope you have healed from the dynamics of that relationship so you don't bring it into this new foundation here or wherever you go in life so that stuff doesn't follow you. Okay. Now, Wayne, Mr. Hotep, is talking about journaling and things like that. He is giving nothing. Okay. Like, why are you here? All right. Now, Coley has an emotional release because it's her brother's birthday and he passed away. Now, I do feel like Coley and Eddie do have some connection going on. His father passed away when he was young, and that propelled him to go even harder in life. I hope we can see more of them connect because I think there's something there. We saw it a little bit at the comedy club, but I hope they pour more into that. Like I said, I want to see more of these people get to know each other. I don't need so many dates. Figure out a way to have another mingling thing or something where, like I said, 2 dates, 2 groups of people, some activity where we can see them vibe, get to know each other, understand each other. Because all these dates, they're just so quick. 1 date, cocktail date, skating date. It's just too fast. Okay? And so let's talk about what stays in the vaults. What happens in the vault stays in the vault. Nice vault this season, a real one. But we all know everything that's said in that vault never stays just in there. It doesn't. Okay. People be whispering, pillow talking, texting. So this season, I get that you're trying to put out at the front, Tommy. I see what you're doing, but it's not going to work. Because people like to talk too much. Okay, so we get all the women in there. And out of everything that they said, I enjoyed Shanice having an emotional release. I want to get to know her more up here and not down here. Okay. I want to know more about her. She has an amazing story that I hope we hear more about. I hope we learn more about. And just how it is okay to be transparent. It's okay to be vulnerable. I appreciate her trusting the space. I hope it stays a trustworthy space. But as we have seen in the past, it's probably not going to be like that. All right. So then the ladies decide the 2 bottom men are Cam and Mr. Hotep Wayne. Okay. Now, of course, they send out Tay and D to give the news. Tay is being a little dramatic with saying like the long pause before she says anything to Cam. D is surprised by how honest Wayne is about, not following through. And this is how he is in relationships. And this is why he's still single. He has to learn how to be able to prioritize a person he's interested in. But I'm not surprised. And ultimately, Wayne is gone. Like he needed to be. All right. He didn't care. He says, I don't care about these people. I was true to who I am. I have no regrets. Casting, what are we doing here? What are we doing? But it wasn't surprising he sat there and ate his food. I need production to stop trying to fit in so many dates in one episode. Let's focus on figuring out a way for people to really get to know each other, figure things out about one another. And I also need people to stop being focused on claiming people so soon. I get that there's connections here. I get that, some people are feeling like this is the person that I want to spend some more time with. Leave it at that. Leave it at you want to spend more time with them, not my man, my man, my man. But leave space to meet other people, because what do we see? We get down to the last couple episodes, and then people are like, oh, I put all my time and effort into this person. They're really interested in somebody else. What am I going to do now? Leave room for somebody, these different people to come in and get to know you. Don't be so caught up in the texting. I tell all my clients when they are dating, don't be so results driven. You're so results driven, getting a phone number, getting a second date. Just be focused on the experience, putting yourself out there, getting to know somebody. But the more people are so results driven, the less successful they will be in dating. Okay. But I just want to see that more. I want to see more of just these people getting to know each other. It feels very rushed. They're trying to cram too many things in one episode. I don't know if it's that or the cast is not giving them what they're looking for, so they don't have enough footage. It could be that too. These dates are kind of boring. But these are just my thoughts as a therapist. What do you think about the episodes thus far? It's not given. But I'm going to be here to recap it from a therapist perspective. But make sure you hit that like, you subscribe. Let me know. Are you a person who's too results driven in your dating life and relationships? And I will see you in the next video. Bye.